Alright, so you're probably looking for a cool compact speaker for your desk maybe. Something stylish with RGB and solid sound like the Creative Pebble Pro. It's popular and gets good reviews. But here's what surprised me after testing it for weeks. It has some real problems you need to know before buying, especially if you care about sound quality or durability. Therefore, this review will cover the hidden flaws, not just the shiny lights. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's jump right in the hook. This speaker looks fantastic on paper with RGB lighting, powerful audio claims, and versatile connectivity. But my experience revealed significant issues that made me reconsider its value. Therefore, this isn't just a review, it's a warning. First, the positives, because we should be fair, the Creative Pebble Pro has undeniable aesthetic appeal. The RGB rings are a neat feature, offering cycling colors, a pulsating mode, or a single static glow. They're bright and customizable, adding a nice vibe to your setup. The design itself is compact with that signature 45-degree elevated angle, directing sound to your ears. Its space-efficient connectivity is vast. As promised, you can use a single USB-C cable for power and audio from your computer or connect wirelessly via Bluetooth 5.3. There's also a 3.5 AUX in port, and even a headset port for a microphone. That's a lot of options for a small speaker. On paper, it's a Swiss Army knife of desktop audio. But here's the first major problem. The sound quality claims don't fully hold up in real-world use. The product page boasts about powerful digital amps delivering 3.5x richer and deeper bass, and overhauled drivers for clearer audio. However, in my testing, the bass, while present, often felt artificial and boosted rather than natural. The Bass Flex technology does extend low-frequency response, but it can muddy the mid-range at higher volumes, making music sound a bit congested. The clear dialogue feature for movies is helpful, making vocals clearer, but it's a processing effect that can sometimes make voices sound slightly thin or processed. Therefore, if you're an audiophile or someone who enjoys nuanced sound, you might find the audio processing a bit heavy-handed. It's loud for its size, yes, but clarity suffers when pushed. Joke number 1. This speaker's bass is so eager to impress, it's like a puppy that jumps on you every time a kick drum hits. It's enthusiastic, but not always well-behaved. Now let's talk about that astounding amplified power claim. You can connect it to a 30W USB PD adapter to get up to 30W RMS and 60W peak power. That sounds incredible, right? But therefore, in practice, this creates a thermal issue. The speaker gets noticeably warm during extended use at high volumes. With an external adapter, I'm concerned about long-term durability with that heat dissipation. It's compact, so there's not much room for heat to escape. This is a hidden compromise for that extra power. The RGB lighting, while cool, has a usability flaw. The control button is on the back of the main speaker unit. Therefore, if you have the speaker set up on your desk, reaching behind to change the lighting mode or turn it off is inconvenient. You'll likely set it once and leave it. It's a small thing, but ergonomics matter for daily use. Joke number 2. The RGB button placement is like having a remote control for your TV, but it's always hidden under the couch. Cool feature, annoying access. Let's dive into connectivity again, because it's a mixed bag. The Bluetooth 5.3 connection is generally stable and pairing is easy. However, I experienced occasional audio lag or sync issues when switching between USB audio and Bluetooth. Not constant, but noticeable. The headset port is a unique addition, turning the speaker into a communication tool. But the audio quality when using an external mic through the speakers isn't stellar. It's functional but not premium. Therefore, while connectivity options are vast, their execution isn't flawless. Now, a critical point often overlooked in reviews: the build quality and materials. The Pebble Pro looks sleek, but the plastic casing feels lightweight and a bit hollow. It doesn't have the solid heft of some competitors. This impacts acoustic resonance slightly and raises questions about longevity if it's bumped or moved regularly. It's designed for a desk, so maybe that's fine. But for a product at this price point, I expected a more robust feel. Here's another problem related to the sound profile. The speakers are very forward and direct because of the angled design. That's good for a focused listening position, But therefore, if you're not sitting directly in front of them, the soundstage collapses quickly off-axis listening, meaning if you move a few feet to the side, the audio becomes noticeably thinner and less immersive. It's a personal speaker, not a room filler. Joke number 3. The soundstage is so personal it's like it's whispering secrets directly to you. But if your roommate walks in, they get the silent treatment. Let's look at the Amazon rating. 4.2 stars is pretty good. Why then am I highlighting problems? Well, the top reviews often praise the aesthetics and features. But some buried reviews mention the exact issues I found, like bass muddiness, heat buildup, and plastic build. Therefore, the rating doesn't capture the full picture for a critical user. The value proposition is tricky at its standard price. It's competing with many desktop speakers. The RGB and connectivity are its main selling points. But therefore, if you prioritize pristine sound quality over flashy lights, you might find better options for similar money. It's a trade-off. Power consumption is another subtle factor. Using it with the high-power adapter obviously draws more power, but even on standard USB from a computer, it's efficient enough. However, that heat issue with the adapter is a real concern. I wouldn't recommend using it with a high-wattage adapter for long gaming or movie sessions. Joke number 4. Running this speaker with the extra power adapter feels like giving a compact car a jet engine. It goes faster, but you're constantly checking the engine temperature. So what's the resolution? Should you buy the Creative Pebble Pro? It depends on your priorities. If you want a visually striking desk speaker with decent sound, lots of connection options, and don't mind some audio processing quirks, it could be a fun pick. But if you're a purist about sound quality, need robust build, or plan to use high power modes extensively, these problems might be significant. Therefore, consider your use case carefully. For me, the problems outweighed the flashy benefits. The sound processing, the thermal concerns, and the build quality were points I couldn't ignore. It's not a bad product, but it's not the perfect all-rounder it claims to be. There are better choices for pure audio and more durable options out there. Final call to action. If you've decided the Pebble Pro's features outweigh its flaws for you, and you want to check it out for the best current price on Amazon, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.